education, and 3 of our training officers who will also be here to take any questions from you that you might have. So this session here is for the School of Systems and Computing, also shortly known as SysCom. In simple terms, if you're interested in computing and cybersecurity and AI, systems engineering, this is the place to be and hear more about what we can offer. So, there's the names and so feel free to simply call me Roland. I'm not particularly fussed about that. So we'll take you through this presentation today. We've done it in a way that there will be plenty of time at the end for any questions that you might have. And I should also acknowledge that this is going to be live streamed at the same time. So, what is the School of Systems and Computing all about? What we're looking for, what we're trying to do, or what we aspire to, is to create basically the right learning environment, a very supportive and engaging learning environment that will help people who want to contribute to Australia's defence and security future, and have deliberately chosen this pathway as what they want to do in life. It is also a place of world-leading research that informs basically the educational experience that we are offering. So this goes from the research, cutting-edge research, into the teaching environment as well. Overall, we're looking to help and assist the future leaders in Australia, and actually beyond that, with their educational journeys and throughout their career. This is the starting point if you're here for the Bachelor, but we're also offering other educational courses in lifelong learning and further through the master's programs and so on. Now, it would be remiss of me not to acknowledge the country. Please come in. Feel free. There's more space that you can exclusion in the front here. We meet here today on the land of a number of people. So the UNSW Canberra campus and the ADFA campus here is located on the Ngunnawal land. I would like to acknowledge the elders past and present, and also acknowledge the continuing contribution that the Ngunnawal people make to this country and to the learning and education that is available. I would also like to pay my respect to other Indigenous people who may be in attendance here today. So we have, as we can see here, a few sections to go through today. So as I started already, why are we interested in computing our technology? Then one of the offerings in lifelong learning. We're going to talk about, what's life like here? If you haven't been, most of you may not have been to universities before, so what is life at a university like? And in particular here at this campus. We'll talk about what we think are good reasons why you choose to study here, and also then some details around the application process. And as I said before, we have our lovely training officers here who are also happy to have to take your questions, as well as, of course, Randy and myself. So, why should you become a computing and technology specialist? Now, take a moment here, I'm sure there's a good reason why you're here, to imagine your future that you can take with the pathway years ahead that you can take if you have a computing and cyber security degree from UNSW Canberra. Imagine what that would look like, what doors that can open, opportunities that can lead to. We do have a very creative, if I sort of look back, why most people get into this kind of profession is actually because they are interested in the technology, but also their creativity. So basically, all STEM professionals, and certainly the ones in computing and cybersecurity and technology broadly, are very creative problem solvers. That's what they're interested in. So it's not only driven by that technical know-how, or the deep yearning to really know the bits and bobs, but actually also the considerations of the social impact and the political feasibility to have long-lasting solutions in here. So if you have a strong background in mathematics and physics, then you might choose this pathway. At the university, you take general computing courses, so that's here. The cybersecurity aspects, we know about that. We have strong offerings in artificial intelligence as well, and it goes into the systems engineering space as well. That's sort of crossing a few different areas. And the careers that it offers, that it opens up, are around, again, cybersecurity, digital forensics, things like the AI security engineer as well. So we see a confluence these days of artificial intelligence and cybersecurity in many aspects. And it's a fascinating area. I think right now is the right time to get into that because that's going to take off in the coming years. So then, in terms of future of lifelong learning, we have, we start with the undergraduate education. That's why I'm sure you're here primarily. So there's the Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity, the Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity, what we call CEF, that will be explained by Randy in a moment, and the Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity Honors, and the Bachelor of Science with a major in computer science as well. Again, we're going to go into more details at the moment. As I said, lifelong learning, what does that mean? So it's not just that you get your one bachelor degree and that's it, and then we never see you again. These days, you constantly have to upskill. That can take different forms. Sometimes they're short courses, sometimes they're what we call micro-credentials, but it can also be further studied through postgraduate education, such as a Master of Cybersecurity, or the Master of Cybersecurity Operations, a Master of Systems Engineering. It might even go to a PhD program, Doctor of Philosophy, or professional doctorate programs, and also the Master of Decision Analytics. So feel free, if you're interested, or maybe your parents are interested, or someone else, feel free to ask us about those ones as well. Primarily, we're here to talk about the bachelor programs, but we're happy to talk about the other educational offerings as well. Right, I'll hand over to you.
Thank you, Roland, and thank you everyone for being here today and attending our School of Systems and Computing Open Day Information session. So as Roland introduced, I am Erandi. I am the Deputy Head of School Education, and I will be the person who is managing the education portfolio of the school. In the next set of slides, I will be giving you some details about our Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity program, its CDF version, as well as a bit about university life here at UNSW Canberra. So our Bachelor of Cybersecurity, Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity program is a program or a degree. Sometimes I use the program and degree interchangeably. Is a 3-year program at pass level. Students who are eligible to undertake the optional honours year have the option to undertake this extra honours year, which we call as Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity Honours. So nowadays, computers are everywhere, computer chips are everywhere, and it is an aspect of our daily life. Because of that, cybersecurity has become an important aspect of our day-to-day life as well. Cybersecurity is a pertinent technology, it is very important to national security. So if you undertake this degree, there are many options in defense, because as you can imagine, defense incorporate large information systems, information technology components, and cybersecurity of these information technology components is very pertinent to defense and national security. So if you undertake this degree from UNSW Canberra, there are many career paths in Army, Air Force, and Navy. So what you see here is a snapshot of our Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity program structure. And I see lots of you have flyers, and that flyer will have the structure as well. And I heard we ran out of flyers, but they will be available in Adams Auditorium. We do have an information booth at Adams Auditorium on the first level of Adams Auditorium foyer. So you can collect some flyers from there as well, and we will be bringing some flyers to this lecture theatre. You can collect them on the way back as well. So as you can see here, in the first year, students will be undertaking a few mathematics courses, as well as some introductory programming courses and cybersecurity courses. Students will also have the option to undertake free elective courses in their first year. So these introductory courses will provide the foundational knowledge that students will be required to be successful in this program. And in second year, students will be undertaking more advanced courses such as data structures and representation, network security, as well as systems analysis and design. Students will also be undertaking some general elective courses, and the idea behind these general elective courses are to broaden the knowledge of our students so that the technical knowledge that they gain from the computing and cybersecurity courses can be extended beyond the chosen field of study, in this case computing and cyber. So that students will be able to apply the technical skills in a variety of contexts. In the third year, students will be undertaking specialized subjects such as digital forensics, securing networks, and web development and security. In third year, students will also be undertaking their capstone courses. So these capstone courses are where students will be prepared for real life. So basically, they will be working with the client and they will be developing a significant piece of software that will fit for purpose and that will meet that client requirements. So in second year and third year of the program, students will be undertaking disciplinary electives, and students will have range of options to choose from, ranging from cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, as well as robotics and autonomous systems. And in School of Systems and Computing, we do have a version of the Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity program for high achieving students. That program is called the CDF program, that is the acronym for Chief of Defense Program. So we do have Kiara who is in that program, and if you are interested in asking questions, Kiara will be happy to answer any questions specifically related to the CDF program. The CDF program and the standard Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity program, they are pretty much similar. All the core courses are the same. The only difference is in the CDF program, students will be undertaking mini research projects. We call them CDF projects instead of some electives. So students will get the opportunity to work with an academic one-to-one in a research project in a chosen area. So these academics are experts in these fields, so it is a great opportunity for these students to develop their problem solving skills, critical thinking skills, as well as communication skills that will be applicable in any area. So what will be university life look like here at UNSW Canberra? I'm not going to talk about details. So we have our officer cadets here. They are the best people to talk about their university life, but what I will be giving you is an overview. So in University of New South Wales, there is a student organization called ARC. The aim of ARC is to support students through their learning journeys. It is a student-managed organization, and resource will be provided by the university. And here at UNSW Canberra, we do have an ARC's chapter. And ARC organizes various activities for students, primarily for our civilian and research students here at UNSW Canberra. So in UNSW Canberra, there are a few VECs, we call them. It is again an acronym for voluntary extracurricular clubs, and we have a few of them. What you see here in this slide is one club that is most applicable to people who are interested in computing and cybersecurity. So again, we have Kiara, who is the founder of that extracurricular lab. If you are interested in finding about details, you can talk to Kiara regarding this. So What's the purpose of this club? Students will be undertaking various activities beyond the scope of the degree. So we do have academic mentorship, and school provides academic mentorship for the students to undertake various activities within this club. And we do also provide resources for students to take part in various activities. So these students, they take part in various competitions organized by various organizations, such as these Capture the Flag competitions you can see here. And School of Systems and Computing organize various social events throughout the year, and Syscom Spectacular is one of them. We do run this event 2 times a year, one in each semester. So school provides food, drinks, and popcorn, and we do organize some games. The idea is that students can come and network with the academics in a more relaxed setting outside their classroom. So you can see the happy faces, and they are like this all the time unless they have assignments and exams, of course. Okay, so I will hand back to Roland to talk about why you should be choosing UNSW Canberra.
We have a microphone issue, so we need to do everything through the lapel. That's the screen. People can't hear us, so we have to just hand that around. So we just found out the streaming only works with the lapel microphone, so that's why this short switch over here. Apologies for that. All right, so why should you choose to come to the University of Canberra, UNSW, sorry, pardon me, in Canberra here. So it's a very interesting space, really. So, because we are working really here at the intersection of a world-leading university, and I'm sure you know about UNSW very well, where it sits in terms of, its place in the world. At the same time, we are here at the ADFA campus, the military academy. So it's a mix of educating, cutting-edge technology, cutting-edge research, and high-quality university education mixed with educating the defense leaders of the future. And that's basically what we've been doing here for over half a century now. That's what UNSW Canberra is known for and has grown and so to be. It, as such, basically shapes the leaders, not just for Australia, but also for the regional and international community in sort of defense, government, and security related areas, and as well the related industry parts from that. So as such, it's the only national academic institution that is integrated or has an integrated defense focus. So that is something that's different to other universities. And we also have, in terms of the graduation side, we have twice as many postgraduate students as we have undergraduate students, which reflects that students are coming back in terms of lifelong learning and their educational pathway throughout their career. UNSW overall is quite large. It's around 65,000 total students, over 350,000 alumni worldwide. There are 4 campuses across Sydney and Canberra primarily. The one here, UNSW Canberra, is purpose-built with its facilities, with its workshops and its environment. And as such, is one of the best campuses that you can find for that type of education. As I said, we've been here for over 50 years, and as such an integrated part of the Canberra community as well. Perhaps I can ask for a quick show of hands. How many of you are from the ACT? You can just pop up your hand, please. Okay. And beyond the ACT, from other parts? That's very good to know. So in that sense, once again, also welcome to Canberra and welcome to the ACT. We think it's a great place to study and a great place to live as well. So here's a quick snapshot. We're sort of, at the bottom here you see our campus. On the bottom right-hand side, that's of the university part, so that's the UNSW Canberra part. In the distance, we can also see Lake Burley Griffin and the city centre there on the sort of top right, and the Telstra Tower. But also, if you want to know, sort of, what can you do sort of on the weekends or in between the breaks are so it's about 2 hours to the snowy mountains, towards the left here, and in the southerly direction it's about 2 hours to go to the south coast beaches. So, again, very well situated to take advantage of all of those those offerings as well. So, what do we aspire for? Well, as I said, we want to educate the Australian and the global leaders, in particular the leaders in defense, government and industry. We're here to develop the students' ability to learn and constantly adapt to technological changes, learn how to think and learn how to analyze. The days where it's once learning and then forget, and that will serve you for the rest of your life, that's no longer the way. It's much more important to teach how do you constantly keep up with changes, how do you constantly continue to learn. So, as such, our graduates are smart, they have a balanced view of the world, they are competent, they're innovative, and they also show initiative. Then, back to you.
Okay, so next I will be talking about how to apply to UNSW Canberra if you are interested in coming and study with us as a training officer. I'm not going to go into details, but I will give you the right contact points if you would like to if you would like to know more details about the application process. So essentially, it is a two-step application process. There is the defense process. This will typically start in year 11. So in order to complete the defense application process, you need to contact Defense Force Recruiting Team, and they do have a desk here at Open Day as well. And then typically in the year before that you are expected to enter into the university, you have to complete the university application process as well. So when you have the offer from the defense process, you will be given options for your degree. So what is the degree that you should be doing at UNSW Canberra to match with your future career in defense? So you have to fulfill the ATA requirements to enter into a particular degree as per the degree requirements, and then you need to apply through the University Admission Center. So hopefully, if you are successful in getting offers from defense as well as university, you will be marching into UNSW Canberra in January. The ATA requirements for the Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity program is 80, and to enter into the Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity CDF program, ATA requirement is 98. And there is another pathway to enter into the CDF program. If you maintain a WAM of 80 and above in the first 2 semesters, you can enter into the program. To be in the program, students have to maintain a WAM, average mark, you can think of that, of 80 and above as well. So here at UNSW Canberra, we are very proud to run this program called Young Women in Engineering, and this program has been running for a number of years now. So this is a free 3-day workshop that will run on campus. Students who are in years 9 to 12 can apply to take part in this program. So this event will happen during April school holidays. The next event dates are from 15th to 17th of April 2025. The expression of interest registration process will be starting soon. So if you are a young woman in years 9 to 12 in 2025, you are very welcome to attend this event. So what will be happening throughout these 3 days is that students will be undertaking various engineering activities and robotics activities, so that students can take the taste of engineering. And these workshops are facilitated by very passionate academics we have here in UNSW Canberra. So then I will open the floor for questions and answers, and first I will ask our training officers to introduce themselves, your name and which year you are in, and then I will get Matthew to talk about what is their day look like here at UNSW Canberra.
Okay, good morning everyone, thanks for coming. My name is Matthew, I'm a third year here at ADFA. I'm in the Navy obviously, and I'm a Naval Intelligence Officer.
Good morning everyone, my name is Kiara. I'm a third year computing and cyber student in the Air Force as a cyber officer.
Morning all, I'm Lachlan. I'm a first year computing and cyber student. I'm also in cyber in the RAF.
Yeah, so just to give you sort of an overview of what the usual typical day looks like here at ADFA. So I usually wake up at around 6:30, get myself ready for the day before we have roll call at 7 a.m. in the morning. Then I have about an hour of my time before we start with military education at 8 o'clock. This usually runs through to about 9:30 or 10, so this can include anything from physical training to lessons on leadership and character or international politics. And then from 10 o'clock is when my university day starts, so that's where I have any lectures, labs or tutorials for my cyber degree, which I attend throughout the day, usually till around 6 o'clock. And then 2 days a week I play AFL for ADFA, so I have training 2 days a week, which runs from about 6 to 7:30. Yeah. If anyone has any questions, feel free to shoot now. Yeah, 10 o'clock is sort of standard start time, but I guess depending on your timetable, I don't find I'm busy from 10 to 6 all classes. Particularly in third year, our contact hours in our degree drop off slightly. That doesn't mean the work drops off, but we have less contact hours, whereas back in first year, I think I had quite a high number of contact hours, so I was actually busy for pretty much all of that 10 to 6 o'clock time.
What subjects did you study in school to set yourself up for cybersecurity?
Well, when I was at school, I probably wasn't expecting to be coming here to do cybersecurity. I had a little bit of a break between school and joining ADFA, so there was a few years there. I guess as long as you're studying maths, I'd say just basically maths is the most important at school. However, I wouldn't stress about it too much. I know I had absolutely zero computing knowledge or experience prior to starting the degree, and in the first week I was a little bit overwhelmed about what am I even doing here, but I was pretty happy with my decision in the end. Yeah, so I would say do what interests you at school. Make sure you hit the, I guess, listed prerequisites that the university has, but study what you're interested in, and yeah, you'll be well set up. Do you have anything to add? Yeah, sorry.
Are there any pathways for older applicants?
Yeah, as in, so to join the military is just in general? Yeah, absolutely. So there are a number of different pathways, whether that can join to come study here at ADFA, or whether that's to, the military also offers undergraduate, I guess, sponsorship entry schemes, so where they sponsor you to study at a university prior to you joining the military. But I know that like age in itself doesn't matter. If you're not 18, fresh out of school, there's really no barrier still for you to coming to ADFA if that's exactly what you want to do.
Does your routine change on weekends versus weekdays at ADFA?
Yeah, so basically, for the most part, our weekend is our weekend. So we kind of operate on a work day. So the military work day is about 7 to 4 o'clock, and then you go a bit later if you have university classes. So by 4 o'clock on a Friday, that's my week done, and then the weekend is my own. I play footy on Saturdays, but yeah, that's about it. And then that's just up to personal time, studying. I go to the snow on the coast quite a lot. Yeah.
So what role did you pick initially to join? So you know, you have to pick some role.
Yeah, so I'm an intelligence officer in the Navy. It has some correlation with cybersecurity. Of course, the RAF guys can speak to this better than I can. They have cyber warfare officers, so directly correlated to doing a Bachelor of Cybersecurity. My future's only partially correlated. I could do stuff that has nothing to do with cyber, or I could do stuff that's very involved. I would say to that regardless of whether you're having a direct, I guess, relation with cybersecurity in your actual job role in the military, I still think it's a highly valuable degree. Just in general, just in terms of the skills that you develop, the teamwork that they, I guess, the teamwork positions that they put us in throughout our degree, and just the broad range of knowledge that you actually acquire while studying. That was a question up the back. Yes, I do live on campus. I think we all live on campus. I quite enjoy it. It provides that sort of facility to make really close mates. So you'll be able to find out more details. We've got the live-in accommodation tours running, and there's also stalls about life in ADFA. But I'll give you a broad overview now as well. So ADFA's broken up into divisions of about 45 people, and so they're the people that you live with in your building. And so I found I've developed quite a close bond with all the people within my division. You know, whether that's going for meals regularly throughout the day and like hanging out on the weekends as well. So that shared communal living experience, which is quite similar to what other standard universities offer in their university accommodation, is something I quite enjoy.
Speak more about the degree itself. What have you found as being your most favourite or the most interesting thing you've learnt during your studies?
Most interesting. This year has been an extremely interesting year because I've learned across so many different areas. So like last semester I did digital forensics, and then we also did web development and other technical fancy words. I would say, web development security is up there for me because basically the whole course is learning how to hack websites, which we put into practice in the labs. So like it is real. You do hack stuff, I suppose. Kiara's way better at that than I am. But I find there's a lot of practical courses where we can sort of put the theory into practice, and those are the ones I enjoy the most. Do you guys want to touch on your favourite?
Yeah, so compared to different universities, this course that they offer is very interesting in the fact that it sort of combines an undergraduate computer science degree with a master's or postgraduate level cybersecurity degree. And I think getting the best of both worlds in that sense is one of the highlights of this degree. For me, it would have to be some of the research that I've done through the CDF program. It's fantastic. If you have any interest at all, I'd highly recommend you look into either getting the ATAR or getting the WAM while you're here to be accepted into the program, because it's essentially you pick a topic you want to do, and then the lovely faculty will align you with a supervisor for that course who are SMEs in that, and I've learnt so much and delved so deep into various topics through that.
Definitely for me in first year, it wasn't mentioned there, but there was a course that's just become available to first years called Introduction to AI, and learning about AI without having that technical background is still very interesting. Like we have currently an assignment where you write a report on something to do with AI in cybersecurity, and what I'm writing on being AI for open source intelligence is fascinating. It's quite an interesting topic to get to look at and to study. But like last semester as well, doing all the mathematics I didn't do in school was quite interesting to learn as well.
So you're asking about cross-university? Double degrees.
Like cross degrees, so where there's a business and cybersecurity course.
We do not have double majors in this program. However, in School of Science, they do have double majors. So for example, computing and mathematics. So they do have various options for major minors.
There's also the, there's of course also the option, as we said, in the electives. So it's not a full program, obviously, a full degree in that sense, but you can pick in the general electives then subjects that fit that particular interest. Any other questions?
So you said the difference once it starts year 11. That means they study year 11 here. How that works?
So I was talking about the defense application process. So typically that will start in year 11. You must have gone through the process, right?
Yeah, you can start as early as year 11, but you don't have to have started in year 11. You can apply whenever you want, just not before year 11, I think.
If they don't study year 11.
No.
No, it's the application process that you will be starting. Yeah. But students still have to complete year 12 at school.
Maybe I missed this one. So what is the difference between Bachelor of Computing and Cybersecurity and then the one it says CDF with 98% ATAR and 80% ATAR?
So it's a version of the same degree. So the CDF program is an invitation-only program. So there are two entry points, one with the high ATAR, as I mentioned. The other entry point is in first year. If you have a WAM of 80 and above, then students can enter into that program. So core courses are the same. The only difference is students will be undertaking a research course with an academic instead of some electives.
So
Did that
they are
answer?
taking some extra units?
It's not extra units, it's same units of credits in terms of the degree requirements, but instead of some electives, because in the standard degree we do have electives, instead of those electives, in the CDF program, students will be undertaking research projects. If you would like to add anything, yeah.
Essentially, it is very similar. So as has been said, you'll do the same core courses, but that primary difference is from midway through second year, you'll begin undertaking research courses instead of a specific elective.
So if someone doing CDF cybersecurity course, are they getting some extra benefit after doing that degree?
The main benefit is if you have an interest in research, it provides you with a very unique opportunity to conduct that level of academic rigor as an undergraduate rather than a postgraduate.
So the other thing is the recognition, because it's Chief of Defense program, so it does come with a recognition as well.
Just curious, how many intakes are there every year?
So we do have only one intake every year.
Is there a limit of students? Number of students?
That's a question for Student Administrative Services. So they do have a desk in Adams Auditorium as well. You can go and talk to them.
Is there any recommended year 11 core subjects or courses to take to set us up for cybersecurity?
So assumed knowledge is mathematics. So we do recommend students to undertake mathematics.
Is there a specific level of mathematics you're looking for?
There is no specific level. Yeah, so assumed knowledge is mathematics because you will be anyway undertaking some introductory courses in mathematics when you come to the university. Sorry, there was a question. Yeah, and then.
So with the ANU early entrance program, if I do that, can I also apply for the ADFA?
Can you repeat the question, please?
There's a ANU early
question for student administrative services because they do look after admissions and all the things related to admissions. So as I said, speak to the team and they will give you more information on that.
So, what are the prerequisites for the course? Like, do you want to enter mathematics?
Prerequisite for the prerequisite for the course.
What year 12 subjects do you need to do?
It's not a prerequisite, it's assumed knowledge. So it's not a must, but it is preferred.
What level of mathematics is assumed?
In simple words, math methods is sufficient. Obviously, if you have higher, then that gives you a bit of an advantage in the early year, because the first year is otherwise a catch up basically on the mathematical part of it. Also, as you're leaving, that's fine. We have flyers of the various degrees at the front there. If you want to grab those, please feel free to do that. We're happy to take more questions, but also there we have academics in the Adams Auditorium upstairs available for any further questions. Okay, come down.